The newest update to Master released its newest selection pack, the Perpetual Maze. With it comes some new and exciting cards to my favorite alt format, NR. Today, I'll showcase all the new NR format cards, their possible uses, and my genuine first reaction to them. My name is Doc Conrad Yugioh, and if you like this kind of content, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more NR content and all other things Yu-Gi-Oh related. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Alrighty, gamers, welcome in and welcome back. It's been a minute since I've had a pack react, but that's of course because there hasn't been a new pack in about a month, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let me go and adjust my setup real quick. Just give me one moment. Get things more comfortable for the lot of us, and today we have an exciting pack for you. I am super stoked to be talking about this new selection pack. I love Mimighoul. It is one of my favorite archetypes that they've released. I think the flavor's so good. I think it's so fun, fresh, neat, and I cannot wait to see what we get and what's coming into the game, if we're getting all of the support, if it's going to be pushed out in a couple of waves, how it's going to go. Are we going to get some of the new TCG exclusives that came out a while ago that could synergize with this, or will that be coming out later? All of that and more, I am super excited to go ahead and see. There's also some other stuff that is getting support, but overall this pack is meant to be a quote-unquote skip pack. But for me personally, this shit is gonna rock. I'm super excited for it, and I hope you all are too. I hope you all are going and having a fantastic day. I've had a great past couple of weeks. I'm back from my home state. Yeah, I've got a lot going on. I went to the Pittsburgh Regional recently and had a great time there. One of my buddies got a invite, and I'm going to be doing a profile on his interesting deck. And yeah, it's just been a fantastic time overall. Also, before I go and really hit start, please like, subscribe. If we get 1,000 subs, I can get monetized, and I really would like to earn money from this, so please do so. Anyway, we have got a lot of notifications. Addition of cards that can be generated. The new event is on the way. New accessories. Secret pack Bonkers Bikers Wild Wheels is here. There are 4 new updates. The Perpetual Maze, an advance notice of selling prices and some currencies. Okay, so we won't worry about the currency prices, but we now have added Card of Safe Return, Cold Wave, Trap Dust Shoot, and Divine Sword Phoenix Blade as cards that could be crafted. Interesting. The Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship event is underway, going on from the first stage is live. Wow. It says 2:30. So what? Yeah, it's 1:10 currently stated there. So in about at this time frame, this would be at an hour and 20 minutes. Huh. Regional qualifiers as well for the WCS qualifiers as well for all of this. For the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. Interesting stuff. At least for the Master Duel event. New accessories as well. Oh, some stuff for the Mimighoul room. Oh, that's going to be so cool. I cannot wait to go and get all of this. New Bonker Bikers Wild Wheels with 4 new updates, including Upstart Goblin, cute. Guardians of the Sacred Sky, Guarded by the Nodal Blade, Noble Knights of Crimson Flowers, and the Ones Who Serve Raw. All these cards have new things, as well as the newest selection pack is here. So this has Mimighoul, Materia Reactor, ryu-ge, Crystron updates, and the Alba System Dogmatic Calamity, which is meant to be like what we thought was going to be like a card that would be Starlight exclusive or QCR exclusive. We're just getting that as like a regular old secret, but it seems interesting. Seems real interesting stuff. Meant to be more like a celebration rather than a serious card. And then, you know, prices of changes for a number of different currencies. So let's get things started. Oh, I'm excited. Alrighty. Okay. So first off, let's go ahead and do our free pull pack right here. Let's see if we can go ahead and get... of course I have to read. Returning to town after battling the Blue Flame monster, the Black Witch is greeted by roaring engines. Undeterred by a few insignificant defeats, the unrivaled Goblin Bikers make their grand entrance. As Outlaw's strategy involves snatching detaching. Exceeds materials from other players' monsters or to activate their effects. Other exceed summoning archetypes like Wind-Up can prove powerful allies. Let's get that free pack real quick. So we can get ourselves a nice little nothing. Cool. All right, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this stuff here. A stand modeled on treasure chests that await adventurers. Ever wonder why a dungeon would contain these chests and precious objects? Well, you should. Oh! You get dragon as a mate if you use this one, I think. Oh, that's so cool. Gimme, 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 gimme. That is mine. Mine. And now, the moment I believe all of you have been waiting for, unless there's something else I am missing for this. No, I got the scrap recycler, garbage collector. I care not for those. Crystron, Quarion, Gandrax, Exegard, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? A sage's schemes are eternal. Adventurers will be liable to get lost in the dungeon now that Mimighoul are here. The new ryu-ge archetype combines the undying power of dragons, dinosaurs, sea serpents, and worms. Several new cards are also added for the crystalline annihilators Crystron, as well as the enigmatic materia reactor who have their infinite generative potential enhanced. Will your strategies be sharp enough to lead you through the maze? Okay, so if you don't know how things work around here, I go ahead and look at the cards included in this pack. I know I can hit N, I know I can hit R, I know I can hit newly added cards over here, but what I like to do instead is take a look at all the different cards that are available. And oh, giant throne. Oh, they're all here. They are all here. Oh god, they're all here. Oh my god. So, if you don't know how things work, you can always tell a new card is added based on seeing the implemented ad and then the date. By the way, the ryu-ge support further along. That's great to be added for that already. So it looks like we're having all the different support added from that point. And we can see implemented ad and then the date, and we can go ahead and check it out there. So let's see what we have. Mimighoul Dungeon, SR, unfortunate. Yugioh Warzone, SR, unfortunate. Materia Reactor Critical, okay, understandable. And now we get into the new cards. Let's see what we have access to today. We probably aren't going to get too much, I will say that. I believe that the main things I've already seen for the Mimighoul stuff, we don't have Fairy, we don't have Cerberus, and we don't have Armor. So we're probably getting those three, and maybe the Trap. I'm already excited. I already see it. Oh, we're getting some Mimighoul cards. Crystron Quan, Rosenix, Flag, Chilblania, Reverse Jar. Yep, Cerberus. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Okay, so if you don't know what the Mimighoul monsters do, they activate their effects in hand to give them to your opponent and allow for them to be flipped up during the main phase in order to activate their special effects that banish 3 cards, special summon 1 to your opponent's field of defense, and then you give control of it to the opponent. So without any sort of way to really cycle this, because there's no real reason to not flip them up other than, you know, it just being annoying, it could become an issue for really wanting to do this, but yeah, we've got Cerberus, we've got Fairy, and I'm guessing Armor is coming soon. No, not yet, but we do have Zeptwing. That's interesting. Armor is probably going to be an N rarity, as well as the Trap will also be in there, but Fairy as well is another rank 1 extender that gives your opponent a lot of different opportunities. Now, what this can give with Fairy, Armor, and Cerberus is a form of an advantage loop with the other threes. We have a number of rank 1 that we have access to. The embodiment cards, the embodiment rank 1s, I believe they're called. The punishment and of crime and punishment. Those two allow for you to flip up, make all monsters your opponent controls go into attack position. It must attack that turn, but if you make the Mimighouls, you can go ahead and flip up all of your Mimighouls that you give to your opponent. So that is an opportunity that you can go ahead and have from there. And it's a strategy that I implemented. Materia Reactor Zeptwing. If you control a Materia Reactor card, special this card for your hand. If normal special summon, add a Materia Reactor card for your deck to your hand, except itself. Then you can add to your hand or special summon a level 3 normal monster from your graveyard. Interesting stuff. Rank 3 strategies haven't really been that powerful overall, despite the number of rank 3s that are available. A lot of the time, they are meant to be a main deck advantage engine, and I don't see where that's really happening here. Downbeat, Clockwork Knight, Beta Evolution Pill, Ryu-ge Realm Dino Domains. Yep, okay, so looking over here, we see that we have no main deck Ryu-ge monsters. So it doesn't look like there's going to be much of anything that we can utilize with these, which is unfortunate. There's no ryu-ge monsters. The only thing that this does is this is a macro. So if you want a third copy of macro for a deck in like a floodgate, like this is all that it's really meant for, right? Yeah, it is very unfortunate that the ryu-ge monsters are all SRs. If there were an NR format, those cards would be a problem, though, and I'm glad that they're not. Mimighoul Fork. I forgot about this card. Yep. Target face-down monster your opponent controls. Your opponent chooses one of the following effects. Change to attack or defense, or send to the grave, and then owner just draws 2 cards. This is the effect. You can add a banish this card from your graveyard and a Mimighoul Fork from deck to hand. So there is some sort of strategy you can utilize with these cards right there. Burst Rebirth as well. Okay. EMR, interesting. Quandrax, Amatrex, Giant Rex, Thistfern. We're in the ends now, so we're gonna be getting some cards. We're gonna get armor. Comes Corridor, Flourdon, Beardrug, Zootomoris. There's armor. Yep, 600, 1500. Exoraptor as well. You could read this card in the hand, discard a card, add a level 3 normal monster from your deck or graveyard to the hand, except the discarded card. Then you can summon this card in defense position. So, reveal this and discard another, add a level 3, special summon this card in defense. Very interesting stuff. Being able to go ahead and go for some further plays as a discard outlet for cost, unfortunately, but still interesting stuff. And Prima Materia Actor. This is a good normal monster that allows for you to use the Pendulum monsters and as well as have a Materia Actor card as well already available. The main idea is the rank 3 that is already available is a super rare, so it's not going to be as useful as you may think, but yeah. There's always, of course, Book of Taiyu. We could always use that. Crystallic, Nemesis Adrastia. Charm is an N rarity card. The fact they made this card a secret in in the TCG is insane. This definitely deserves to be like a lower rarity card, but I think it's going to be cute. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this budget deck. I love decks that can utilize the flip monsters. I'm going to be definitely playing this in ranked ladder, so that's going to be my deal. Materia Actor Melt Through, interesting. This card being an excavate the top 6 and place them in the deck in any order. You can special summon Materia Actor Xyz from extra deck, and we do not have a Materia Actor Xyz from the extra deck. So, but if an Xyz monster Xyz summon, you attach the top card of your deck to a Materia Actor Xyz you control, and we can't do that either. So this is just a cycle the top 3 in a field spell, which is unfortunate. Waste of Dragon Souls, reverse reuse. This card is sleeper in Mimighoul. Very sleeper card. I really like it. I think it's cute. Crystron Entry, Crystron Impact, Mimighoul Room. This may be the reason you play this deck in general in NR format. This card is custom. Special Mimighoul from hand or deck to your field, or in face-down defense position to your opponent's field. Then you could change one face-up monster on the field to face-down defense position. You could banish this card from your graveyard, target any number of Mimighoul cards you control, return them to the hand. Beautiful card. Room is such a custom card, and it being all low rarity feels great, as well as ryu-ge Rivalry, which is not available because we do not have a ryu-ge monster as well. Crystron Cluster. Okay, so this is a Crystron card that we have access to, actually. Crystron cards you control cannot be banished by your opponent's card effects. You can target one face-up card on the field, or you can target 2 if you control Crystron Synchro. Shuffle 1 Crystron monster from your graveyard or banishment to the deck, except itself, and destroy the targeted card. So there are some good generic Crystron 5s that synchro up into other monsters that you can do. So synchro climbing tools, this could be utilized as a effect there. So this is probably one of the better cards that is available currently that we have access to here. And ryu-ge End cannot target ryu-ge monsters. Ryu-ge Pendulum monster, destroyed set of non-continuous ryu-ge trap from deck, graveyard, or banishment. So with all of that being said, we have some rank 3 spam with Materia Actor Exoraptor, Prima Materia Actin, as well as the Zeptwing. We have Cerberus, Fairy, Fork, Armor, Charm, and Room. And we have in the SR strategy, we have Slime, Dragon, Archfiend, Throne, Giant, Maker, and Master. So my overall thoughts, that's two URs. Oh, and also, Varudris is in the pack, but he's not really useful. Clockwork Knight also could be very helpful for the Crystron strategy as well. There's a lot of things that I could say about this pack overall, not related to NR, and I think I will take this opportunity right now. Crystron is a deck that is currently being utilized within the TCG as a pretty decent option, actually. It allows for setups with rank 5 materials, Cyber Dragon, Nova, and Infinity lines, as well as other lines involved with other decks that are more cycle-focused. This pack is the pack right before, I believe, that we're probably going to get the... what's the strategy called? Yeah, if we have ryu-ge here, we're getting Malice and Ryzeal in the next pack. Like, that is guaranteed. This is the other pack that was in that selection pack. So that was the other strategy in there. So they're doing this first, and then they're gonna do the other ones afterward, because they're probably saving it for after Worlds, or maybe just before Worlds. We'll have to see. Yeah, no. Mimighoul is going to be in the deck that I'll be playing quite a bit of, because you only need one of this guy, and you just need 3 of Maker, and then everything else is like gravy. Like all the SRs, 3 Dragon, 3 Archfiend, 3 Dungeon. There is no way to do set rotation or terraforming within the format. But I guess you could do Planet Pathfinder if you really don't need your normal, but you really would like one with Dragon. And then you have other rank 1 extenders you can utilize as well. So a number of opportunities and other things I will be cooking up with overall. I might just make a separate Master Duel video solely about Mimighoul in the format in general, not talking about NR. So you might go ahead and see that soon. But we'll go ahead and get into the other cards in just a moment, because I believe there are some Legacy Pack cards. I will check to see if they are NR rarity or not. No way. No way. Token support. That's right, gamers. We have token support in the Legacy Pack. This card states, as an N rarity card, and I looked at Master Duel meta to see it, and this is the first N rarity card out of the Legacy Pack since 2023. You contribute any number of tokens, then target one monster you control with 0 attack. It gains attack equal to the number of tokens tributed times 1,000, and if it does, it can attack monsters up to the number tributed during each battle phase this turn. During the end of your opponent's battle phase, special summon support tokens up to the number of tokens destroyed during this battle phase. Wait. This distributes tokens. It doesn't destroy them. So it doesn't... Oh, opponent's battle phase. Okay. Alright, so it's not meant to synergize those two things at all. It's just meant to be like, if you're playing a token deck, this is a good card in a token deck. But you don't really care about it being in a good token deck. Okay, okay, alright. Card's ass. So here are the new cards. And man, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. As much as my hype for Mimighoul is really happening, and I really think the strategy is something that can be utilized with the rank 1 strategies that we have access to in NR format, I don't know if it's going to be really enough to utilize properly, but I think it's going to be fun. So let's go ahead and talk about it anyway. First off, we're going to go ahead and talk about the biggest addition to NR format ever, and it is the Mimighouls. It is Cerberus Armor. Fairy, Charm, Room, Fork. 6 cards from one archetype, adding to the rank 1 pool that can be utilized. So what are the rank 1s we can utilize? Well, first off, you can always stall with King Kagashi Fucho. You have rank 1 enablers, including Embodiment of Punishment, as I stated before, and Embodiment of Crime. These cards being being R rarity, allowing for a number of different strategies to be utilized with these. You also have reverse reuse, you have a number of other strategies like that. You have number 78, number archive if you so wish, being able to cheat out with 2 level 1 monsters any number Xyz you desire, if you really like. Mirror the Starbearer can, if destroyed, detach a material, and level 4 lowers can be destroyed by card effects. Keeping a number of different stall strategies available, alive, and well. I mean, this card's like Lionheart's like fine. This is 3 link ones as well to draw a card, then shuffle a card for your hand of the deck. That's not great. Third level 1, you control attack your opponent directly, and there's like 600, 400, 100. So you normally would go Cerberus, bring back something your opponent has, maybe as a steal. Maybe? You could play the Kashtira Ogre in order to allow for Ogre to trigger off of these fellas as well. Room is a great strategy for saying, hey, let me go ahead and not only give you something, but Book of Moon something else to have an interrupt. Shamoji Soldier? Each player gains 1,000 life. Each player draws a card. Roots negates an attack. If you attach Xyz to your card, and then you attach any Xyz monsters, gains 500 equal to the rank. I mean, if you have a rank 12 and then go Roots and then Roots gain, that's a lot of damage. So you'd go high rank 12 into Roots into this guy. You go Food Show Protect. You have Numeron cards that you want that just can't be destroyed by battle, and then you could attach a material doubly attack all Numeron you control. So you can go Numeron. You can hard make the Numeron cards if you want. This is piercing. Like, okay, we have a lot, but we don't have a lot. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of options. There's just not a lot of options. Sucks. You have link monsters you can go to, of course, but like that's fine, whatever. Overall, Cerberus is probably going to be the best one. Armor is going to be a decent extender, as well as Fairy. Fork is going to be a card you're going to have to play, but don't want to. Charm is funny, but you don't think you'd want to like play this because it's a non-starter, non-extender, more of a. It would be a win war card, but it might be the only strategy you could fucking have. And Room is a really good, genuinely good card. It is a Book of Moon that also special something else from deck, which is a +1 or a -2 if you really think about it, if you give it to them. But, you know, that's what you want to do anyway. So that's all I can say about Mimighouls for right now. Let's go ahead and move on to the other strategy that got a lot of support in the set, Meteoractor. We have examples of 4 cards that we got for Prima, Exoraptor, Zeptwing, as well as Meltthrough. For these, we can simply move on from 1 to 3, and see the rank 3 pool is a lot more varied than you'd like to imagine. You have dragons that can be utilized for rank 3 plays. These rank 3 dragons, I don't think there's really anything that is a rank 3 that requires dragons itself. But you have, you know, the Djinn monsters, you have Xyz Armor Torpedo to allow for more draws. Bamboozle and Gossip Channel is just a change in a card's effect to something different. These require Fiends, so not available, really. Yeah, you have Super Quantal Mech Beast Gram Pulse, allowing for some other plays there. Jaja is a great way to get out. Fortune Tune is a Battle Protect, and you also have Shadow Lich, which can be fine. There's just a number of things that are available at the rank 3 pool. But I don't know if it's going to see that much play because of the fact that you'd have to play a normal monster that can only go underneath an Meteoractor Xyz, and you'd have to go ahead and have maybe it be like a fine pendulum scale that you can go for. Really not a whole lot of normal monster support you can utilize with this. It's a good rank. It's a good pen scale. A pen scale 1, sure. That's great. I don't know how often you're going to be playing that in like a pendulum deck that plays 3s. Exoraptor being able to discard, add a level 3 normal from deck to graveyard to hand, then discard the discarded card, and then special summon this card in the defense position. So you can't like pitch a normal, add the same normal. Target a rank 3 gains 1500, so it's like a battle trick as well. For an extra 1500, whatever you'd like, which is good. Normal special to add a Meteoractor card, so you'd probably add this. Then you could either add your hand or special summon a level 3 normal for Grave. So you'd probably go the Exoraptor, Zeptwing, for some other plays. Meltthrough's not great. It just looks at the top 6. There are no Materia Actor Exeges you can use, which is very unfortunate. Yeah. So I think overall, that strategy seems to have a little bit more legs because of the rank 3 pool rather than because of the cards. I think it's good extenders. I think it's good cards you can go ahead and utilize, and we have access to some good rank 3 strategies from this particular way. I don't know if it's going to see that much play. And finally, let's talk about the elephant in the damn room. ryu-ge has no monsters, so this doesn't work. This card doesn't work. This card's macro. This card doesn't work. This card doesn't work. And that's it. So we are down to 13 cards that are actually playable within the strategy, and one of them is just monsters on the field during your opponent's turn sent to the graveyard are banished instead. I don't get why. I don't get why we do this all the damn time. You could throw in one bad ryu-ge monster that's not a super rare. You could throw in one. But you had to make them all super, so that way most of the cards are not available. You had an NR festival. You know the strategy exists. I'm glad you kind of didn't do it, because then ryu-ge would be like an actual thing you could try to do. And it's just a big fucker that you put out and also has like effects. But it feels not great. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel great that these are rares. That these are still, they're tantalizing. They're almost there, but they're not quite yet. Which is unfortunate. Finally, we can go talk about one last card that I think may see play in a format that isn't this one, because I believe boss stage is still banned. Token support. Token support says you contribute any number of tokens with this monster with 0 attack. It gains attack equal to the number attributed. During the battle phase, for some support tokens, up to the number of tokens destroyed during the battle phase. So you go through it, you go through some plays. If they were to pop the generator tokens that are able to play out, you're able to bring out more tokens that can be utilized for like link plays or other things like that. And tribute summoning for those generators. But we don't have that anymore in the current format because boss stage is banned for what our format has, and that's a good thing. This card would be good in boss stage and any deck that could play boss stage, but it doesn't. We don't have that, so it's fine. It's just a fine card that can enable, like, what? Mecha Thana Beast? Like, what tokens strategies are there really? I don't know. But, with all that being said, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for me. If you want to go ahead and see more videos like this where I do pack reacts, talk about the strategies in the format in general, and want to see a full video involved with I think is one of the better builds for Mimighoul in Master Duel proper and not the ranked ladder, let me know down in the comments down below. Please be sure to subscribe so we go ahead and hit monetization. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, everybody. See ya.